Hi everyone, welcome back and thanks for watching. I thought I'd share with you a dialogue that I had with one of the users here on YouTube. The dialogue mostly took place through comments, and some personal messages were also exchanged on YouTube. But I think it's fairly characteristic. I mean, it falls very nicely in line with my previous experiences with liberals, trying to debate real serious stuff, trying to have a fact-based conversation. But here's the thing. I posted a comment to another person's video, or rather, I saw a comment, then I responded to a comment on another person's video, something about healthcare reform. And this one user said, "I want the public option because I want the insurance companies to have real competition in capital letters, so it would make them accountable and lower their monthly premiums." Um, so I asked this person a question: What do you think is interfering with real competition in the health insurance market today? And how is it different from competition in, say, the market for foods or clothing or anything else? What I got in response was, what's interfering with real competition is big business and corporate interest, which is really, really detailed and descriptive, well, don't you think? Um, and I asked, how does it work exactly? Again, where does the competition go? What is interfering with it? And again, what's the difference with any other industry? Another part of the answer was, well, healthcare is a life right as opposed to food or clothing. Well, I would argue that food and clothing are actually life right, whatever life right means. I don't know what it means, but you eat several times on a daily basis. You wear clothing most of the time. You only go to the doctor, so many times a year, if that. Again, some of us are more fortunate than others, and we don't go to doctors often. Other people, have illnesses, and we're all sorry for them. But again, you eat every day. Everybody pretty much eats every day several times, or we don't survive. But anyway, that's not important. So somehow healthcare is special and different from food or clothing. Um, of course, there's no logic behind that, but let's move on. The big business doesn't want healthcare reform because the pharmaceutical companies are in it for those large corporations and in turn get tax breaks for sticking with the insurance companies. Right. It's a big bundle of evil corporations all out to get us. If you go to my channel and look at my videos that I've uploaded, there's a video about how ignorant liberals really are. Go to that. It talks about the evil pharmaceutical companies. I'm sure you'll find that interesting. I bet you'll find that entertaining. But moving on, I ask another question. What do you think is the health insurance plan's profit margin, as say an average figure for the industry? And also, I asked another question: which of the insurance companies operating in the country has the largest percentage of denied claims? Um, let's see. The answer to the first one that I got was the profit margin of health insurance companies is in the billions of dollars, which is not what I asked. I didn't ask about their profit figures. I asked about the profit margins. They're measured in percentage points, not absolute dollars, and I pointed it out to him. And I said, well, I think realistically it's about over 80% or about 80%. Let's see. Over 80% profitability, which is insane. No industry has over 80% profitability. Um, Perhaps if you selling alcohol in bars has over 80% markup. But other than that, I don't know many industries that have that kind of profitability levels. What I respond with a link that I sent to this user via a personal message, link to Yahoo Business or Yahoo Finance. I'll include the link in the sidebar so you can look it up for yourself. Um, that actually demonstrates that as an industry, the average figure for profitability for health insurance plans is 3.3% and not 80%. So it looks like you would be wrong 20 times over. Average profitability is 3.3%. He responded with a pretty heated comment that it's the same as the neocon thugs wanting to go to war in Iraq on faulty premises and everybody believing them and being the fools for it. Just wondering, how can you prove that link is even authentic and true to what it says? Well, that was the only link that I could find as I was researching. Um, I don't know, but can you prove it's not? And I responded, can you prove it's not? I mean, it's data. It's data. I mean, don't respond with quotes from articles or opinions. Respond with data. Respond with facts that you base your conclusions on. Show me what information you're going on. Point me to your source. And of course, there is no source, and there is no data and there is no information and no facts that this person sent back to me. He sent nothing back to me except another emotional comment. Um, what else? I asked about whether the person knew which insurance company was the biggest claim denier. I don't know which insurance company has the biggest denial rate. It has to be one of the large insurance companies out there, though. For millions to be denied medical care each year, it is those same millions who are also pushing for socialized medicine. I respond: the biggest denier of health of coverage is Medicare. Look up the AMA's 2008 National Health Insurance Report Card. It's easy to find on the internet, and I'll include the link to that in the sidebar as well, so you can look it up for yourself. The denial rate, 6.85%, is higher than any private insurer included in the report and twice the industry average. Stay informed. That was my message to this person. The response was, bullshit. You really believe that, don't you? If Medicare denies more coverage than any private insurer that you say it does, why is it that most of the country wants to use a Medicare-style system, and those who do use it say, I don't want the government getting involved in my Medicare, end quote. I got nothing. All right. I respond saying, look it up. Take a look at the document. I have. Then if you don't like the figures, take it up with the AMA because they wrote it. And then the last, we swapped a few other messages. And the last thing that I received in response to my messages was, after reading your reply and comments you have on other videos, you sound like you work for Aetna. And I cited in one of my messages that Aetna is my insurance provider. Right. So I cited facts, I cited figures. I asked this person to comment on that. I asked him to show me his sources. I could compare and see if perhaps I'm getting my facts wrong. All I got was emotion, accusations, and finally, I work for Aetna. I got nothing. All right? Okay. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had similar experiences. Share it in your comments below. Subscribe to my channel. Put my video in the favorites if you like it. Rate it, and see you soon.